In case you missed it, here's a Sports Animal Rewind.
Coach Webster, Vince Ferrara, and Ben Fredrickson here in Knoxville. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
We're good. We play some Michael Jackson because we know Coach Martin is a big Michael Jackson fan. Can we play something for you when we have you on? What are your musical favorites that we can cue up for you when you come on with us?
You know, I like a little bit of everybody. You know, it doesn't matter. Michael is good. You know, he's one of the best entertainers. He was one of the best entertainers in the business. I like a little bit of everybody, to be quite honest. You know, I don't want to say any names because my relatives might get mad because I didn't, you know, pick them. So.
All right. Well, if something comes to mind, we'll get that queued up for you. We take requests here on the show, Coach.
I'll definitely let you know.
Okay. So the exhibition game, once you got past it, what were some of the standout things that you took from that first exhibition game?
Well, I thought that, you know, first of all, we have some things to continue to work on, but I thought that, you know, with Jarnell being, you know, pretty active offensively, showing good footwork, and, you know, our guys having a chance to feed them the ball after a while when we didn't give them the ball, and them just doing a good job of taking advantage of it. I thought that was really good. And, you know, A.J. Davis, the young guys, came in and did some really good things on the offensive end of the ball. And then just having, you know, getting Duran back, getting them back on his feet. I thought that was really good. I think he played like 17 minutes, grabbed about 7 rebounds, and those big guys made their free throws. So I thought that was, you know, some of the good parts about it, and we were able to put some points on the board. Now we have to just continue to do that, but as well stop guys on the other end.
Coach, I wanted to ask you, there was a play that Stokes made early in the game. He kind of put a dribble, a spin move down, and threw down a dunk. That was a pretty athletic move. And I was wondering, you know, he's talked a lot about losing some weight. And are you seeing him make plays already early this year that he wasn't making last year?
Well, yeah, I think that, you know, he's even more focused now. He's done a great job of getting in the gym. As you can see, he's done a good job of getting his body even better. And Coach Nicodemus Christopher has done a great job with that as far as helping him. And he's been doing a lot of good things because he's been working on things individually with Coach Harris. And I think it's been helping his game.
We're visiting with Tracy Webster, associate head coach of the Tennessee men's basketball team, here on the News Sentinel Sports page. Vince Ferrara and Ben Fredrickson. Coach, is there anyone else on the team that maybe has made a switch, either whether it's adding weight or improving quickness, that type of thing, that has improved their body, and thus you're starting to see some early results on the court?
Well, I want to say all of our guys. If you would have seen our guys this, you know, the beginning of the summer, and then look at them now, you'll say, man, all these guys have done a great job of changing their bodies, getting faster and stronger. You know, like I said, we talked about Jarnell, but I mean, even with, you know, our younger guys and A.J. Davis and even Robert Hubbs, Darius Thompson, they've done a good job of picking up that weight and, again, getting faster. And then Armani Moore and even Rawani Pops. Those guys did a really good job of changing their bodies. And Jordan McRae, he's gotten bigger, but he's also gotten stronger. So, like I said, all of our guys have done a great job of getting their bodies right. And again, Coach Nicodemus Christopher has done a great job with that.
Coach, on Saturday we saw the team play without Antonio. It seems like he, you know, saw him shooting yesterday at practice. It seems like he's working toward that comeback. Obviously, having him for the exhibition games isn't a huge thing, but I guess how much better will this team be when he's back in the mix, kind of running things from the point guard position?
Well, I think it always helps when you have an experienced guy who's been through some things. Now he hasn't been with our team, but he's played at a high level, and he'd experienced situations during close games, blowouts, or whatever the case may be. So he's been through some of those battles. But it also has helped us grow as a team right now with Antonio out, because now, again, the younger guys, they've gotten a chance to step in and experience some of the things that they are going to have to experience during the season, and it's been beneficial both ways. So I know that Antonio, when he comes back, he's going to be a big part for us.
You mentioned the younger guys, and there seemed like there was that's always an interesting experience watching those guys their first collegiate game. What was your takeaways from the freshmen after Saturday?
Well, again, we always thought that they would be good players. Again, like I said before, we still have work to be done. But, from the offensive standpoint, I thought that, they showed some glimpses. I thought defensively, A.J. Davis did some decent things on the other side of the ball, defensively, that is. And, Hubs and Darius, offensively, they were, did some things on that end. Now we have to continue to get them going defensively and contributing even more.
Tracy Webster joining us here on the new Sentinel Sports Page. Coach, is your team going to be able to, or do you want to be able to run and get up and down the court and pick up the pace this year more?
Well, that's the goal. You want to be able to score as many points as you can. But like I mentioned before, you also want to make sure that you're not allowing the other team to score as many points as they can. We want to be able to stop people and, shut people out when we can, but also try to get that ball up the floor and take advantage of what the defense gives us.
Coach, you got one more exhibition game against Southern Indiana on Thursday, and then a pretty solid opening game at Xavier. I guess when you play an opponent that tough to start the season, is there kind of a heightened level of intensity in practices and preparation now as it would be as playing a team that maybe is a Division II team or something like that?
Well, we've done, and Coach Martin has. Our approach is taking it one day at a time, and our guys' intensity level it doesn't change. Whether we're playing my old high school or the Chicago Bulls, we try to continue to instill in them that, hey, this is going to be the intensity level we need to have at all times. So our guys are pretty focused. They are older. The older guys have to continue to keep showing the younger guys the ropes, but at the same time, the younger guys still have to reach up and try to lead when they can. And they've done a great job with that. So they know what we're looking for. They've done a pretty good job with it, and we just have to continue to keep that going.
Coach, as you know, a lot of the attention is going to be, besides on Jarnell and Jerron coming back, but a lot of focus and attention for the fans is going to be on Robert Hubbs. What's the most impressive thing about Robert Hubbs that you've encountered to this point?
Well, I think he's a guy who, he does a good job of not forcing shots. He comes in with a lot of publicity. You would never know because he doesn't carry himself that way. He's a pretty humble kid, but every day he's trying to get better, and he has gotten better. And, he's shooting the ball even better now, going at a better pace right now, but again, we always say there's still work to be done, and he's one of those guys that's going to continue to get better over the course of the year.
This early, even after only playing one exhibition game, can you get a sense of what the team chemistry will be like this year, or is that still to be determined?
Well, it's always, if I had to say right now, because they are a really close-knit group, and They have love for each other on and off the floor. So, when they have it off the floor, it normally carries over. I think they know each other's roles. They know each other's strengths and weaknesses on the floor, off the floor. So it really helps even when the coaches are not around. But I truly believe that, from a chemistry standpoint, they'll be fine. We just have to, get through maybe some adversity moments when those times come. And when I say adversity, where maybe we don't score for, 3 or 4 possessions, how do we handle that? Or some calls go against us, how do we handle that? I think they're at the point to where they can handle it, and, it's going to make it good for us in the future.
If you take away what Maimon does, obviously on the court in games, I guess how important is just his presence at practice? I've had a chance to watch you guys run up and down a couple of times, and he seems to be the guy who's always clapping, cheering, getting guys motivated. I mean, what can you describe the role that he has and how important a leader like that is to these newcomers?
Well, I think with Duran, his role is, he has to do a lot. He tries to do a little bit of everything. He wants to be a father figure for the young guys. He wants to be a team leader. He probably talks the most on the team off the floor. He's really good with recruits. He does a little bit of everything, and he's trying to continue to help himself become a better player. So it's very important because, again, like Antonio, Joy McCray, and our upperclassmen, they've been through it. So now it's about pulling these guys that have not been through it. You got to try to help them get through it, but also try to make sure that you're on top of your game as well.
Coach Webster, a lot of people know A.J. Davis's dad, Antonio Davis, who had a terrific NBA career and now is an analyst for ESPN. Since A.J. has gotten on campus, how much have you seen Antonio? How much has he been able to be around the team, if at all?
Well, big Antonio, he stays busy, so he's not around much. He'll call every now and then, but he's steady doing his thing. So he's allowing us to do what we do. He committed to us, and now we have to coach him on and off the floor, and it's been pretty good for us.
Coach Martin talked about how you guys would handle the exhibition games the same as sort of a trial run, like your regular season games, where you'll game plan and prepare for the opponent. What can you tell us about your exhibition opponent on Thursday?
Well, first of all, University of Southern Indiana, they were well coached by Coach Watson. They're always a team that's in the hunt for a national championship at their level. They have players that are never afraid. They truly feel that they belong at this Division I level, at this high level here, and they're going to be some confident guys. They have a big guy in Aaron Nelson who was hurt last year, but he's back. He's about 6'8", 250 pounds. He's probably excited to play against our guys because I think he's one of those guys that feel like, man, I should be at this level. And they're a team that's well coached, like I said, organized. They're gonna try to push the pace like Florida Southern did, but also they're gonna sprinkle in some plays as well. And we have to, contain. They have an experienced guard in Lawrence Thomas, who he's a senior. He started 31 games for him last year. He's kind of run the show, so they have pieces, and once they gel, I've had a chance to watch the Indiana game. They did a good job against Indiana, but I think as the season goes for them, they're going to be pretty good. So it'll be a good test for us.